Hey everybody, it's Allison with FlickDirect, and I am here at Popcorn Frights in Fort Lauderdale, and we are talking to the one, the only horror royalty is what they called you,
Mm,
Barbara Crampton, and we're
thank
here
you.
because she has a triple bill. We've got, of course, Reanimator, and then Teacher's Pet, and then, of course, From Beyond. We're going to talk about all of that and her wonderful career. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Allison.
It's so nice to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
Let's talk about Reanimator.
Sure.
40 years anniversary.
hmm
When you were filming it, did you think it was going to become what it has become to so many people, as a matter of
No,
fact?
no, not at all. I mean, I don't think when you're even making a any movie that anyone thinks that it's going to turn into anything because you're just so focused on the moment
Mm,
and what you're doing and trying to make the movie. And as an actor, you're just focused on what your character wants and your intention and, just getting what you want out of the movie and being as good as possible. And also, I was really young when I did that movie,
sure.
and it was one of my very first jobs.
Mm.
So I read the script and I thought it was, a little out there, but um, I I didn't have any inkling that it would become the cultural phenomenon that it
Mm,
has. And I actually think even though when the movie first came out, we got really good reviews and it did well,
yes.
but I feel like it took time for it to catch on and become a cult classic. So I really feel like for the first 5 or 10 years, it was sort of getting its feet wet.
Mm.
And now I feel like it's more popular than ever. Oh, the lights just came on.
Oh,
There
let there
we
be
are.
light.
Yes.
Wonderful. What does it mean to be here at this film festival, knowing there's going to be an audience once again watching this film?
Incredible. I mean, the funny thing is, there's a lot of people that have seen this movie and grown up with it
Hmm.
and know it for many years. But also, I go to conventions and film festivals, and there's new fans
Mm.
that have been introduced to it. And I always ask the young people if they're 20 or 25, how does the movie seem to you? And does it seem dated or old fashioned? And they're like, no, it's just such a fun thrill ride. I mean, I never get anything from anybody other than we love the movie and we think it's fun. So that's great.
That's the best sign of a movie is that it can stand the test of time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
You are also part of the Masters of Horror panel today. So,
Insane. I'm on a panel with so many awesome people, Becken Woods and Lloyd Kaufman, and I think one other person.
Steven Susko,
Steven Sesko,
who did The
yeah.
Grudge and
Right.
a
Oh
few
my
others.
God. Actually, I didn't know that he was going to be on the panel. That's exciting. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Yeah.
you have a lot of things to impart to people. We
Yes.
can't wait to
Yay.
hear it. As an actress, for roles that are for horror movies, do you approach it differently than, say, when you were doing soap operas and things like
That
that?
is such a good question, Valerie, because it really is like every character wants something,
Mm.
and a character doesn't know they're in a horror movie.
I've heard that before, and
So
I love that.
you shouldn't play that you're in a horror movie.
Yes.
You're given a set of circumstances, usually an obstacle to overcome, and
Okay.
you have to play the truth of that, whatever it is, be it comedy or drama or horror or whatever it is, combination.
Yeah.
You have to play the truth. And if I'm frightened, I'm truly frightened. It's not that, oh my God, I'm in a horror movie, so I have to
Mm.
play frightened different. No, I could be frightened in a drama and I'm still going to play it the same given the truth of what is happening in the moment and the other players that I'm acting opposite.
That's so true. I love that statement that horror people in horror movies don't know they're in a horror movie. And
Characters, yes,
yes,
characters.
characters, they
I
don't
might
know.
know,
Right, exactly.
but I will
Characters.
say there's certain things like there's a heightened reality sometimes with certain circumstances and movies, and certainly there's really kind of maybe over the top things that are happening,
Mm,
but I think you still have to play the truth of that. But
mhm.
there's a sensationalism
Mm,
that happens maybe in a horror movie or sometimes maybe in a comedy. I mean, so you let that filter in a little bit, but you don't play that. You know what I
right,
mean? But
right.
the only thing I would say about Stuart Gordon in his horror movies is that, especially when he first started in the business with his first few films, he came from the theater. So
Mm,
his movies are highly operatic. And
okay.
Reanimator was like that, and From Beyond was like that. When he got to Castle Freak, I think he sort of tempered
Mm,
his storytelling in a way.
okay.
And with some of his subsequent movies like Dagon, and also I would say Stuck and some other movies, he realized that it was okay not to play to the back of the house. We're doing a movie. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I
Yes.
think I think it's very special that Reanimator was his first one,
Yeah.
and it does have that largeness to it and
Mm,
fullness to it. And I think it was just fortuitous that that was his first movie,
mm,
and the material lent itself to being a little bit more operatic. So, there was that's the magic of filmmaking, you never know
yeah.
why something happens the way it does.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been a different film had he not come from a theater background.
Yes, and it would have been a different film if he had made it 10 years later
Yes.
or 20 years later,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely. It was just
Mhm.
the perfect storm.
Perfect storm. Yeah.
Let's talk about Teacher's Pet. This is
Okay.
a newer film,
Yeah.
and you play Sylvia.
Is that my character's name? Oh my
Oh,
God, I always forget my characters' names. Isn't that crazy? I was gonna
well,
have to look
tell
it
me
up.
about her,
Okay,
please.
anyway. Well, my friend Luke Barnett stars in the movie,
Mm,
and filmmaker Noam Kroll, who's
yeah.
very well versed in independent cinema and has been doing this for a long time, has a podcast about it. He approached Luke to play the lead in this, and it was actually Luke
Mm.
that got a lot of the players involved in the movie
Oh.
because he said, I want to surround myself with my friends and people that I know, and um, I just want to help Gnome. And so, let me call Barbara because I think she could play this part. And then he called Drew Powell and some
Oh.
other people that are also in the film. And we basically all said yes. I really liked the story and the script, and it's about a young girl who is being stalked by somebody who's a serial killer. And it's okay to say that because it's set up in the very beginning of the movie, and what's going to happen to her,
Yeah.
through the course of the story. And I play her foster parent,
Oh.
and it's a different kind of role for me. It's a little bit more serious and
Yeah.
dramatic. So I was down for that,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and had a great time on it. and
Fantastic.
and and it's let me just say, I know people are going to be watching it. It's a beautiful film.
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen it yet. Have you
I
seen it?
haven't
Yeah.
gotten to see it yet.
It's gorgeous, and the way that it's shot and the camera moves and everything, it's just it I can't believe how beautiful all the setups and the scenes are. They're just gorgeous to look at.
So it sounds a little more serious than some of the things you've done previously.
Yes, totally serious. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to
Thank
see you on the
you.
panel and what you have to say to everybody. So,
Thank you so
thank you
much.
for your time. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Nice being here at Popcorn Frights.